Bones are amazing things. They hold us up, they support us, they make us strong. But bones have other uses. In the past, bones were thrown by diviners, seeking out the mysteries of the future. Now the bones are cubes, made of plastic or resin, but they still reveal things to us. As they fall from our fingers and rattle across the table, the story becomes clear. Welcome to Bone Throwers Theater, an RPG actual play podcast.
Hello, welcome back to Bone Throwers Theater. My name is Jeremy. I am playing Grayson. I hate the dark Digby.
This is Johnny, playing Jorus. Who's sneaking up behind me? Glave.
This is Jeff, and I'm playing Demetrius, the ice is burning. Norden.
Sitting on fire.
My name is Aaron, and I am playing Brother. Let's burn the ice. Benedict.
I'm just the facilitator. And my name's Jordan. So previously on Bone Throwers Theater, someone flung poo and set a city on fire.
Who flung
that is exactly what happened.
Oh my gosh.
Meanwhile, two other people were creeping down a dark hallway trying to, underground
up
tunnel,
on each other.
sneaking up on each other, trying to figure out what is so magical about the magic.
All the magics.
All the magics, all the worlds. And that's where we are.
Yeah, so Grayson is trying to go
Stealthy.
and did not succeed.
Jorus is being as silent as possible, waiting for whoever's sneaking up behind him to pass him.
Which may never happen. So
I'll give you a hero point to keep walking.
that is totally out of character for Grayson. So no, I can't make Grayson do that.
Okay.
I just can't. Even though hero point would sounds lovely right now. 2 hero points. Come back to them. I'll think of a way I can make it plausible for Grayson to move forward.
So you flung poo. I just have to keep saying. Your ice is on fire.
The burning ice is getting more ice instead of melting.
All right, so
People are running and shrieking out of buildings, icy and on fire. It's icy hot. You would think that it
So
would
they're
feel
covered
better.
in ice and burning at the same time?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
and they're moving.
These poor people.
Yes. In fact, the one that turned into
The
ice
shadow.
right in front of you, he's coming towards you.
Peon.
You got into this trouble with human waste. I don't think it will make anything better to add more.
We may get you a hero point, though.
You're on the opposite side of the fiery river from him.
Wait, we are on the opposite side of the fiery river?
I thought they were on the
We are-
opposite
Oh,
side.
you're on the ice side of the river?
Yeah, it's just not
Okay.
icy there yet.
Yeah.
And he's running towards us, towards the river.
Yeah.
Dilemmas.
As he gets closer, you can hear like the fact of just this nameless like shouting that sounds like pieces of ice being ground together.
Benedict's actually going to swing his staff and knock him out
Okay. Go ahead and roll your staff.
at his head.
Okay.
With the blunt end, not the bladed end.
Okay.
Oh. 11.
18. As you swing down, he holds up his fiery forearm and just catches it on your staff, and he swipes his staff down, and it leaves Riemann fire streaking along the edge of your staff.
They just got this staff.
I know.
Okay. And the Raven fire spreads really fast.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll initiative. Go ahead as well, because I'm sure you want to help out with this.
15.
7. So, Demetrius, you just saw your friend try and hit a fiery ice monster, and his staff got Riemann fire on it.
So he's covered in Riemann fire? Not just burning.
Like the magical fire, yes.
I'm going to use my sword skill to fight him with my cane.
Okay.
Yay, that's smart. Swing more wood at him.
You never know how it will work with the swinginess of the combat. 14.
14.
You got 14?
Mm-hmm.
19.
This guy's just a regular old Joe Schmo.
Yeah.
He used to be.
Until he was turned into ice and
yeah.
then set on fire.
Okay, so he blocks your swing down and your cane. You can see that it's like the fire is dripping off of him, so there is a chance that you could wipe it off somehow, off of your staff and everything. It's your turn.
So he doesn't have a hold of my staff.
No, he like blocked it with one arm, and then when Demetrius swung the cane at him, he blocked it with his other arm, and so now he's like got both arms engaged with your weaponry.
So what I'm going to try to do is sweep the staff behind his back and try to pull him, get him turned around,
Okay.
away from the river. I don't
Okay.
care where he runs. I just don't want him running towards the river.
Yeah.
So
That's basically why I was hitting him.
Okay.
To stop him from going towards the river. Poor kid.
21.
16.
All right.
So you hit him. So now roll damage.
Staff plus 3d, since it's a halberd now.
That's correct.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's not your staff skill, it's your might skill.
Might plus 3d.
Right, yeah.
Thank you.
I think we made that mistake earlier on. That's why Cyril was one shot.
Yeah.
15, 16.
Got 14. So that means that he is stunned.
Was it successful in getting him faced the other direction?
Yes.
Okay.
And you will get out of your way.
Yeah, and he spins around. So he like doubles down. It's pretty cool because what happens is like as his foot hits the ground, like a patch of ice just like underneath his foot, and you manage to spin him away from it, but the ice allows him, he plants and he kind of spins in like a Salchow move, like in one of the spin arounds that a figure skater would do. And so he's going to try and leg sweep you
Sub-Zero.
with sticking out his foot. Okay.
I'm gonna dodge.
Sounds good.
Like jump over it. 15.
As the leg sweeps out, you just barely manage to get your center of balance because the ice is like spreading now underneath your feet, and you manage to just hop up enough to clear as it passes where your ankles would have been. It is your turn, Demetrius.
I'm going to step back and throw a knife at him.
You like throwing knives.
If it were blunt, that would be better, but
Is it cold forged knife?
see, I don't know if I want to use that because it might.
You know what's fate magic?
Odds or evens. Odd.
Alright.
Odd was the cold forged.
So you're going to throw a cold forged
I
knife at
throw
him.
one of the cold forged knives at him.
Okay. So go ahead and roll your throwing. He's going to try and dodge out of the way.
3 plus 2, 22.
4.
Oh my gosh.
Hit, and the damage.
14. 11 for that, so that's 3 above. And he was already stunned, so that means that he's wounded now. Now it is Benedict's turn.
So how fast is the fire on my staff spreading?
So it was like more towards the far end of it because you had used that to try and hit him. Now it's about halfway up. It doesn't look like the wood is completely burning through.
Did the iron have any effect on... There's a blade on that end.
Not blade, but cat.
Yeah.
No, because the roll... If it had hit for damage...
Right, but I'm saying the iron had no effect on the Riemann fire at all either.
No, the iron is left clear. The fire is only on the wood.
Okay.
What about the ice? Did the cold forged iron do anything to the ice?
When he hit with
Because
the knife.
you just hit him with a knife.
Yeah, it began retreating from the ice. You can actually see flesh.
Well,
We need about 5,000 of those knives to surround the ground with line the river with those cold forged iron.
How much flesh?
About the size of a silver dollar.
Is it actively treat or just retreat? That's one spot.
That one spot.
Okay. So Benedict's going to try to club him in the head again. That's better.
2.
15, 25?
I think you hit him.
That hit.
I hope so. And then, so roll for damage. 7. Gosh! Wow. 11, 14,
I got
20,
10.
29,
Yes, but yes, see if you guys
31.
That's like 3 levels above.
I don't know if that counts.
Not for damage.
Not for damage.
Not for damage. Okay.
Only for...
Yeah,
Yeah, 31.
So you ripped his head from his shoulders.
that sounds.
Oh, that's not what I was going for. But okay.
Yeah, it's not what you're.
Dead is 16 or above. So you hit him, and the ice just cracks and shatters, taking with it pieces of frozen flesh, and it just kind of buckshot scatters everywhere, and it starts hitting different places, and one piece falls into the river.
Of course. Not surprised.
They're just jagged pieces of ice and flame just shoot up out of the river, like forming this spike forest that's on fire. And it looks like
Bye, guys.
the ice
I'm not seeing you again.
the ice hits the bottom of the bridge, and it looks like it's pushing against the bottom of the bridge. It looks like you had a chance to get over it if you wanted to,
Yep.
because then it's
going.
going.
I'm booking it.
This is the GM says, this is your one chance to see the rest of your party for the rest of the campaign.
Is that an agility roll, or is it just like a...
That's agility.
Or is it athletics?
That would be athletics. Yeah. And we're going to say that the difficulty is 22.
Goodbye, Demetrius.
So I've got 9 plus 5 is
14.
18.
You said it was
15.
22?
22.
plus 6 is
21.
21.
4 of them.
Yeah, but
4 more of them. Yeah, there you go. It's either that or die. Your options are limited.
So describe to me how you're running across this bridge that it looks like it's about to explode from ice pushing up from the bottom of it.
we see him shatter, and I watch one chunk flow through the air.
In slow motion.
And it like slows down time, and I just see it like perfect arc straight into the water. And then I see the fire start rising up in slow motion and spreading outwards back towards up the stream towards the bridge.
Jeff is actually moving in slow motion right now.
And I just like immediate like high tension full sprint straight from ice to hard ground, bolt out of there.
And there are like patches of ice forming like all around you
Yeah.
as it hits the ground. So you're booking it in slow motion as fast as you can.
Yeah.
Slow motion means you go faster.
Benedict looks at him and is like, why are you doing that? And just runs.
Why are you moving so slow?
So go ahead and just, is that your actual description?
He said slow motion means you're moving faster.
Benedict actually didn't notice the piece of ice go in there.
So all of a
because
sudden you hear this.
he actually heard Demetrius start yelling no, and
No,
heard
not, no.
no. And at that point turns and sees Demetrius take it off, and knows that Demetrius is smarter than he is, and knows that.
But do you, after the knife incident?
Still knows it. And knows that if Demetrius is running, there's probably a very good reason. Because Demetrius doesn't seem to run much. Very rarely.
Last time I saw him running was from a giant monster that came out of the...
right. And so, of course, Benedict, also being faster, passed him very quickly. But yes, ran in the same direction.
Cool. So as you get to the other side of the bridge, it seems that the ice is hitting the side of the water where you guys are now standing, and it looks like it's beginning to start to like spread up and over. So
Onto the land where we are.
Yeah. Meanwhile, in the caverns, you all hear this deafening explosion happen,
Coming from where?
coming from the far side of the undermarket.
So we're in this tunnel,
On the
facing
opposite
the
end of
darkness, coming from behind, from
Yes.
where the light is.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Grayson is going to move forward.
Okay.
Away from the explosion. That's the reason Grayson would move forward.
I have to congratulate you, Demetrius, for being the total agent of chaos
Again.
for this entire for the past 2 sessions. You are the complete and total god of chaos that will be worshipped in the future.
But nobody stopped him. Nobody ever said, are you sure this is a good idea? Well, okay. I stand corrected. Someone did try that.
I wasn't trying to throw it on the building. I was trying to throw it on the street.
But your aim wasn't that good.
Was not a called shot. Gave GM opportunity. Okay, so you're running. Are you running or are you just walking quickly?
Walking quickly.
Yeah, I'm not running.
Okay.
Because I can't see anything in front of me.
Okay.
And he's probably holding a sword out in front of him.
Yeah, I have a sword that I have no idea how to use.
Right. There are a couple of stones actually become dislodged and fall around you.
Crap.
I turn on See Magic Aura.
Okay.
I'm not using magic.
You were invisible.
I failed.
12,
Probably a good thing at this point, because he's going to see it.
18, so I got it.
Maybe.
Does the spiral look any different?
This spiral is actually, it had been like an oil slick type of thing before, like normal. It's all one solid color now. Like a bright, deep black light violet.
Do I hear the footsteps of him walking quickly? Coming towards me? How far away do they seem to be?
There's quite a bit of an echo to it.
I know it's that way, and there's nothing but bad that direction. I heard bad that direction, but I don't know what the bad was.
So which bad is worse?
The known bad is worse. Because there's no other way out of this cave.
In addition to turning violet, it seems to have started inching forward towards you.
What do you mean, like closing in around me?
The black light colored wall of magic is moving towards your location. The bubble is expanding.
Well, I'm definitely leaving the bubble.
Yes.
Walking towards footsteps, staying close to the edge.
The bubble was actually visible, though, right?
Yes.
Can Grayson see the bubble?
Yes, he would if he gets close enough. The color that he's seeing is only in the magical aura. So if you look at it normally, it probably looks the exact same way.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was asking. But I'm not close enough to see.
Exactly.
Alright. Actually, before I run away from it, real quick, because it changed colors, also pebble at it.
Instead of just a little like a burst of flame.
Can I see that?
Yes, you're
Close enough to see reflection
close
of
enough
light.
to see like a little burst of light coming from ahead of you.
Alright, when I see that, I turn around and start walking. Faster than the bubbles expand.
Yes.
Alright, should be like really close to each other at this.
Yes, you're...
I still have magic aura up.
Yeah, one turn around and you guys are there.
You can't see me.
No, I can't.
I can probably see your shadow because of the aura around everything.
Yeah.
Not you magic aura.
When you come around the corner,
Only when you're doing active magic.
you can see a lambent skeleton in front of you holding a sword.
Holy crap. Holy crap.
Give me a minute. I stop. It seemed like the skeleton can see me. Dark.
No, I
No,
can't. I can't.
Yes. The skeleton continues forward.
The skeleton passes me. I grab it from behind, knife where the neck is.
Okay.
I'm assuming I can feel it's a body, not just a skeleton.
Yes, you do ascertain that once you touch it. Go ahead and... this is like a grappling type of situation.
Oh, crap.
So go ahead and roll brawl.
So I get grabbed out of nowhere.
Yes. I will allow you to have a like a gut reaction, like a might reaction.
You have a sword in your hand, right?
I do. I don't know how to use a sword.
Yeah.
I have a knife skill.
He's like trying to hold it up.
Yeah.
It's a lot heavier than he's used to.
So I rolled a lot here. 17 plus 1, 18.
Yeah, you easily grapple with him.
Are you going to do an instinct reaction before I say anything?
Instinct reaction of
Are you
calling instinct
dropping
reaction.
the sword or
Dropping the sword, trying to ram your elbow into his gut, something along those lines.
on him?
That's wrong direction.
Be more pee on himself at that point.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to drop the sword.
Okay.
That would not be... Honestly, my instinct reaction is to teleport out of there.
Okay.
Oh.
I like it.
Yeah.
That is my instinct
As
reaction.
soon as I grab you, I'm starting to say, "Who are you?"
Didn't you see him go down this?
Yes, but he's a.
But I got grabbed from behind
Yes.
and did not see him go behind me.
Oh,
Since
fair enough.
he's in physical contact with you, that automatically raises the target number.
What?
If you try and teleport, I know it's your automatic reaction, but you're going to take him with you because you're in physical proximity to him.
That's not how teleport works, is it?
I know you have to be touching.
It has to be a willing target.
It does have to be.
Yeah.
And unless he is wanting to be out of there.
Oh, he wants to be out of danger.
I do want to be out of
He
danger.
does.
I do want to be out of the cave right now. I'm not expecting to be teleported, but I do want out of the cave. So instead of 30, it's 35.
But I'm not trying to teleport anything but myself, though.
Yeah.
Per
So
target. I'm not targeting anybody but myself.
The thing is, I think it would add a really cool dramatic twist to it.
Right, well, I mean...
I'm sorry, it's just too cool to not do it. Right? I'll cut the difference with you. I'll say 32.
It's what, 19?
Mm-hmm.
Plus 2 is 21.
That's not enough for it. You need to double yourself.
Plus 12.
Out of there.
Yeah. So where do you want to go?
Honestly, first thought was to go to one of my stash houses.
Okay. Is it on this side of the river or the
It-
far side of the river? Even or odd?
Well, he would not go to the
I would not go. I knew
because he knew the ice was there.
I knew the
Yeah,
ice was
yeah,
there, so I
okay.
would not
Makes
go.
more
So I would go
sense.
to a stash house on
This side of the river.
this side of the river.
Okay.
So here's the 2 hero points.
Yeah, he knew the ice was there. He doesn't know it's burning now. So, is it dark?
It's dark. It's dark.
So it's still
But it feels
Yeah.
different because we're not in a cave.
Yeah.
So rather than rock underfoot, you would say like packed dirt or
Wood.
Wood.
wood. Okay.
Okay,
And there's a complete change in air pressure.
yeah. Alright, so
and
explain to me what the teleportation itself feels like.
To me, it doesn't feel like anything. To someone who has not teleported before, I have no idea. And Jordan, you have to weigh in here because there's obviously more behind the scenes than I am aware of. So,
Okay, so let me describe this. The skeleton that you grabbed a hold of,
Uh-huh.
the light was a low level light at
Yeah.
first. It was kind of like a natural, like firefly kind of glow. That as
Burst
soon as
into
you
light.
grab it, it bursts into an immediate glow of light that surrounds you like in a complete ball aura.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, the light just shatters out. You feel this sharp prickling on your skin that almost feels like 1,000 little needles have been just lightly touched onto all exposed parts of your body. So your hands, your face, your ears. And then as soon as you're through, it feels like all the blood is just rushing to your skin. So you feel very hot and flushed. You lose weakness, like strength in your legs, and so you kind of stumble a little bit. You can either, if you want, you can like land sitting on the ground, or you can like,
Well, I'm still
Yeah.
holding on to him with
So
my
you're
knife
like-
on his throat.
yeah.
Is what happened, and that's when he teleported. So if I stumble, he's gonna stumble with me,
Yeah. Okay. So you both fall to the ground.
not to the ground.
Okay.
I just stumble backward, take a step back.
Okay. Let's go ahead and take a break there. And when we come back, we're in an unknown safe house in an unknown location with someone's worst nightmare happening right here and now.
Hey, Mets, have you ever read Dragonlance?
Dragonlance. That sounds familiar.
Well, it was a Dungeons and Dragons campaign
Yeah.
that they turned into a book.
Okay.
And here's the crazy part, though. Let me just pitch this to you, all right? The narrator of the book is actually unreliable. He's spinning us one story while trying to tell another, and you have to kind of piece together from contextual clues or missing information exactly what's going on. It's really, really deep and really, really cool.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding. It's about an annoying gnome.
So it's more like my life.
A little bit, yeah.
Well, it's a good thing we have better novels than that to analyze on Alzabo Soup, where we literally become our favorite authors by devouring portions of their brains.
Devouring brains, of course, means reading books. And over at Alzabo Soup, we dive deep into some of our favorite novels, especially those by famed author Gene Wolfe.
If you're interested, please come check us out. We're online at alzabosoup.libsyn.com or on any of your favorite podcast hosting services.
I'm sorry if I offended any Dragonlance listeners.
No, you're not.
And we're back.
Are you? Because I said who. And like as I stumble, my blade removes from the throat because that won't add to the
Yeah.
because I don't know who they are. I'm still holding on to their chest with the other arm because I don't want to be killed either. Who are you?
And I recognize it's Jorus.
Yeah.
I lose concentration, obviously, so I don't have magic aura on it anymore.
Yeah. Once the light...
So
Actually,
Once we teleported, I lost.
you do have a bit of a visual after image from the brightness.
Grayson's going to cast sleep.
Okay.
10 plus wit.
A wit resist roll.
24. 24. No way. 16 plus 2. 24.
I was about to cast the ESP.
Boom. You knocked him out.
Used his last hero point to knock me out.
Okay.
Now what?
Wow. So Grayson obviously finds his way out. This is definitely towards the southern portion of the city.
Okay.
Grayson, he's got an hour to do this, so he's going to drag Jorus to the nearest alley.
Okay.
That's a lot for you to drag.
Yeah, it is. That's why I said he has an hour to do it. And prop him up.
Okay.
Just sitting up and then be on his way.
Do you take the sword with you, or do you leave it with Jorus?
I take the sword with me.
Sounds fair. All right. By the way, you see the river on fire and everything like that. You see... If you go towards the river, you will see the carnage.
So the entire river is on now on
Yes.
fire.
Yes. Because the Riemann fire has been traveling through the river now for several days.
Okay.
Demetrius and Benedict. What do you want to do?
First thing I would do is I'm going to try to find something to wipe off my staff so I can get
Okay.
it all
The edge of your robe would be just perfectly fine.
without burning up my robe and lighting me on fire.
I hadn't thought of that.
Yes,
Okay.
it'd be perfect.
Your second robe because you lost the other one.
The other one got stuck to a keyhole.
First the ice killed my robe, then the fire killed my robe. What are the odds? What are
Man, we
the
really
odds?
gotta get you a Holocaust cloak.
I'm the Dwed Monk Benedict.
Play my ass off.
Then what are we going to do?
I don't know, man.
Run for your lives. Evacuate the city is what you were going to do.
Yeah, we were going to let everyone know.
The sky is falling.
I would imagine that people know what's going on at this point and are evacuating themselves.
Yeah, I don't think we have to tell anyone anymore. The entire river is just going... And, so...
Your timing was off.
Timing of the throw.
The timing of everything the last few sessions for Jeff has been off.
Can we see the dome from where we're at?
Yes.
Is it growing larger?
Yes.
Taller as well, not just...
So,
Well, you know what I mean.
Okay.
Just
is it
growing
encapsulating things as it goes?
yes. Buildings are just poofing out as it moves forward.
Like
Like-
poofing out, like
Turning to
disintegrating?
Yes.
Like going bye-bye.
going. Yes. Disintegrating.
I think we want to be inside that dome rather than outside that dome.
Well, you need those.
But nobody knows that.
Nobody
Yeah,
does.
Nobody knows that. I don't even think you know that.
I
Nope.
don't. I don't. Grayson doesn't know.
Oh
I thought
my
Benedict
gosh.
knew.
I know that we need the bones.
Yeah.
Nobody knows
We're
that
talking about him.
Grayson has the bones.
Oh.
Is the bones. Are the bones.
No, Grayson is not the bones.
So the bones that
I saw-
Jorus saw
Are not,
inside of him.
That's his physical skeleton.
Correct.
but they're
I'm
not
saying
the same type of magic.
it's not the same. Oh, okay. Okay.
It's yes, it's diluted.
Okay. So we need to purify Grayson. I'm kidding.
I'm
Baptism by fire.
I'm putting an X right here. Thank you for breaking Jeff. He's very sensitive as it is. He did not need you to completely break him.
It's Jeremy's face is killing him.
It is.
But I thought so. Yes, we did share about the magic bones.
Yes.
About how the magic bones will get us.
Yes.
So, where did Adrian go to when we all?
He
stayed.
stayed at the wind singer.
We're gonna go back to Quincy.
Yeah, we need to go get our Fae help.
Okay. So you get to the wind singer.
Edrin, look outside.
He's growing.
Yeah,
And what happened there?
the ice got in the river.
How?
It expanded.
From someone's face.
Why? Why is Benedict frowning at that?
It expanded through a person.
People make magic expand?
When those people are on fire. We need those bones.
But is sacred.
Yes, and we're all going to be sacred alongside them if we can't get help from your ancestors.
That is good. We all sacred. We'll live in harmony.
He means we'll all die and be bones alongside your ancestors.
Won't be in harmony if all bones.
Exactly.
Is there any way that I can talk to your ancestors? Or the spirits of your ancestors?
You travel time?
No. You're familiar with how people pray to a person or a being. Can we speak to your ancestors in the same way?
That's human thing.
Okay. How do we get permission to use your sacred bones?
Ask?
Ask who?
Well, King's not here. Guess me.
Can we use the bones?
Go ahead and roll charm.
Can this be a combined charm? 8.
With your power survive, you're still uncharmed.
Yeah, he rolled a 9.
Oh, man!
So it can't be assisted?
Just wait half an hour. Grayson will get there.
Half an hour, they'll
we
be
can
dead.
afford that.
That wouldn't take half an hour.
We really need a map.
Yes, I know you need a map.
We're
No,
gonna finish
I'm
the game
not.
before we do
I'm
that.
too lazy to provide you one for this game. But I promise in the next campaign, I will make sure that there is enough physical detail.
There's no use in making a map now.
No.
Everything is destroyed.
We got
There's
like,
this pile of rubble is here.
and we got this little 6 block.
There's really nothing here in the game mechanics about assisting somebody.
Okay.
You can go ahead and try again.
How about persuade? Do you have persuade?
I got charm and I got 2D in it. I got seduce, but I don't have any pluses in that.
You could try seduce.
Well, it doesn't give him much of a bonus.
Boom! Exploding wild die.
What'd you get?
14.
We got 8.
13. So go ahead and describe how you convince Adorin.
Adrian, the only way that we are going to survive and win against the Bevanshi is if your ancestors come from their place in the wall and help us out.
So you say that no other option?
There is no other option.
When we get to my home, you will have to make atoning sacrifice.
Sacrifices will be made.
By you.
He looks at me!
Yes.
Benedict turned to look to Demetrius.
Yes. When we get to your home, I will make a sacrifice to honor the sacrifice of your ancestors.
Okay. And so Adrian Mark, who always wears his complete gloves, hood, mask, everything like that, pulls off a glove and reaches out to shake your hand in a very human gesture, and it looks like a bird's claw.
And Benedict reaches out and shakes his hand.
Okay.
Unfazed.
Well, he's been proselytized into the...
Yeah, Benedict's been all over the... he's been sleeping in the same room with him, and...
Yeah. So Adrian nods very slowly and says, well, is must be is must be.
Is must be.
Let's go get bones.
Lead the way.
I look funny, you lead way.
Do either of us know how to get there?
It's at the crypt.
It's at the
Okay.
crypt.
It's the undermarket.
Oh gosh.
We gotta go back to the undermarket.
Okay,
Oh, gosh.
so we go back to the undermarket. I go back to the undermarket. Does Demetrius come?
Yeah, I'm going on.
Oh gosh.
I'm gonna stay
Oh,
outside,
gosh.
but I'm going to at
Okay,
least the
you're
crypt.
coming with.
I'm going to at least the crypt.
I love this game. So you guys go to the crypt.
So I'm assuming they would have been gone by the time Grayson gets back to.
Yes.
It's fantastic.
Still, like we all need to put out a missed encounters ad.
So you guys, you go down into the undermarket. What do you do while you wait?
Pray.
How often do you typically pray?
Not very.
Now, do you typically, in this situation, are you praying like the standardized prayers of the church, or are you praying just off the cuff?
Off the cuff, please save us all. Give us strength, wisdom, knowledge, and cunning to get through this.
And we all get +1 in all 4 of those.
Yes, and magic putting out rain.
No.
I feel like rain would just make it worse.
I said magic putting out rain.
You go in and it's pandemonium. Like, the undermarket has been destabilized by the explosion.
By destabilized, you mean it's falling apart? Or like...
There are chunks that are, like, randomly falling from the ceilings, yes. Stalactites. And some of them are large and some of them are not as large. But the large ones are big enough to, like, gravity and pointy things. And
How many people are in there?
it's hard to tell because there's so many people running around. Just, like, gathering things up.
How do so many people know about this place, and yet you had no clue?
The world's least informed smuggler.
So here's the thing. He was hanging out with the wrong people. He thought he was hanging out with bad guys, but he was really, hanging out with Walsham's crew.
Benedict's gonna make a mad dash across this
Okay. And
with Adrian.
yeah. And so you get to the wall, and what do you do now when you get to the wall?
First thing Benedict is going to do, he's going to look at Adrian, and remembering Adrian's posture from the previous day when we had been down there, and he's going to copy that for...
Time, no time.
Benedict's going to reach up and grab 5 bones.
Okay. They're cemented into the structure. It's like,
They're not just sitting there.
no.
I have a knife. I'm going to try to pry one out with a knife.
Okay, because it's not a cold forged knife,
No,
it's not going to work.
so it doesn't even scratch
It's like, it scratches at it, but it
doesn't scratch the concrete.
yeah. Like, you go stick the knife in to, like, pull out a bone, and it kind of bends the metal.
Adrian, is there a trick to this?
It must be cold forged.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to use my staff blade. Because it's like really long and just grab it by one end and pop.
Okay. Go ahead and roll might for that. Now that you have the proper tool.
16.
Okay. You succeed.
You getting all 5?
You got the first one.
Do I need to do it 5 more times?
Yeah.
5 more times?
Yeah.
16, 18.
Okay. 2. Who has the weighted wild die now?
9, 16,
16.
19. What was that, 3?
Mm-hmm. A very unsavory looking character goes, "Hey, what are you doing?"
He says it's okay. Pointing to Adrian,
Okay.
the big bad Mistborn guy.
Yeah. Not enough.
Not enough. 13. I thought we
You
were,
succeeded.
thought we were shooting for a 16 success.
No, you're shooting for a 10.
Oh, 9. There we go.
There
We
you
get
go.
all 5.
Uh-huh.
And I hand one to Adrian, and then we boogie.
Okay. Because the crowd is so crazy, you're going to have to athletics or agility to get through the crowd. You'll need 3 successes.
Athletics. 18, 21.
1
You
success.
didn't re-roll your
Yeah, another round.
Oh no, I dropped one, didn't I?
Yeah, you dropped one.
Oh my
I think he gets out.
Do I get a
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 36, 38. Yes.
Okay.
That's why you keep rolling them. That's 1.
10, 16.
Yes.
10, 12.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
So you managed to get out. It's like describe how you dodged through everybody and everything like that.
So really, Benedict just starts booking it across the room, and stalactites are falling. He's ducking and weaving. Looks like an old boxer because he's kind of running up with arms, or like, an ancient boxer, or however.
Yeah. Gotcha.
And actually,
music.
yeah, yep. And at one point, as he's trying to run across, there's a big crowd of people coming down that lane. So he actually has to cut, and instead he's leaping over some of the stalls to get around the crowd, and then he breaks free on the other side.
Okay. While you are doing all of this, Grayson, you are
Heading back to the Windsinger, I guess.
Okay.
I mean,
Will your route take you past the cemetery?
not having a map of the city, I have no idea where the cemetery is.
It's not that far from the Windsinger, remember.
Yeah, I know.
But okay, is it north or south of the Windsinger, the cemetery?
From my understanding, it was north of the theater district. So I was heading north, so I'd have to pass the Windsinger to get to the cemetery.
Okay. Sounds good.
That's the picture
Yeah.
I had in my head.
Perfectly fine.
Mhm.
So when you get there, it seems like the Fae, like the support staff that have been at the Miss Court area in the Windsinger are like packing up, like they're getting ready to skedaddle, to leave the city. So there's a lot of pandemonium.
So Grayson just goes right into the middle of the upstairs room and shouts. It's like, "Hey!" And he does the motion of Adrian's mask
Mm-hmm.
and throws his hands up in the air like, "Where is he?" Because he knows he doesn't understand them.
Right. So one of them like holds his hands like he's holding a stick, so leaning on a stick, and then he makes like a beard face and he points towards the undermarket.
And Grayson points to confirm,
Mhm.
and they nod.
They do.
Grayson sort of, his head drops and like shakes like, "You got to be kidding me." And
Is that
it
way?
heads that way, and I got no choice.
All right. Well, describe what you're doing, Demetrius, while you're chilling at the.
Well, I'm kind of keeping out of sight in case someone comes up and recognize me, but I'm also keeping a lookout to see if I
Didn't see anybody.
can see anybody.
So you do see Grayson when he appeared.
Grayson's not being stealthy. He's like marching,
Yeah, like just.
like he's huffing. He's like,
What's going on through your mind right now?
he's questioning why Jorus would attack him. Honestly.
That was you.
Yeah, but he doesn't know that. So
No,
Grayson,
Okay.
yeah.
So Demetrius, you see Grayson just coming up. I'm imagining you're kind of like kicking some gravestones as you're coming up, and your hands are in your pocket, and you're just like, "Sir," like
You still
really.
got a sword.
Oh, I still have the
Yes,
sword.
you still have a sword.
Hey,
What?
I'm keeping out of sight, but they're gathering bones.
Who's gathering what bones? And I can see you.
I'm keeping out of sight from the people down there in case they still want to murk me.
They probably have bigger problems down there. I just came from down there. Why? Who went down there?
How did you come from down there? I didn't see you come out.
Like half an hour ago.
Oh.
It's crazy down there. There's been explosions, rocks falling everywhere. And do you smirk? Does Demetrius smirk?
So
No, he doesn't. He doesn't.
I really have a question.
I was smirking because you said rocks flying everywhere. It just reminded me of lobes flying everywhere.
I have a question. Like, when they were following the path of where the Ream Fire was coming from, it led them to the crypt. So, the reason they know it went to the crypt is because they were opening up the work shafts. Did those, like, burst open with flames coming out of them?
Probably. Yeah.
So they should be able to see that from where he's at in the crypt.
Yeah. There's like.
Yeah, okay.
In the crypt, not down in the undermarket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's gouts of fire coming from the ground in places and everything like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
So
I just wanted to make sure of that.
Yes.
apparently the city has blown up.
Yeah, you're telling me. We just had to run from it.
I just ran down there from it.
Benedict is down there getting bones from the ancient Fae, so we can get into this place and stop
How
this
did we
mess.
not cross paths?
I don't
Because I
know.
came out, you guys went in
We came in this way. What way did you come out?
this way? There is no other way.
Then I have no idea. You said you came out. We just got here like 10 minutes ago. So if you came out a half hour ago, then you probably got out before we got here.
Apparently. Took a different side street or whatever.
But I'm waiting for Brother Benedict and Edrin Mar. They're down there getting bones of the ancient Fae.
Have you seen Jorus?
No. He went down here, didn't he?
Yes.
So he's still down there?
I have no idea. I went down there to get pay the blacksmith. I have his sword.
I see that.
And then explosions, pandemonium. So I left.
You didn't see him while you were down there?
Initially.
Well, he's probably still down there.
So Benedict is coming out.
Hopefully.
Just then Benedict comes bursting out of the crypt, holding armload of bones.
They're not large. I mean, they're
just awkwardly
A
shaped.
They're like
small
10,
armload of
yes.
bones. And a bone for you. And a bone for you.
Shoves it in my pocket.
Where's Jorus?
What is this for?
Magic bones.
You were there for the discussion. This is how we can get into the dome.
So you just went in there and stole bones?
He said I could.
So we could have just taken them the first time?
I have to think.
And while you're thinking, now the city is blowing up.
My fault?
Oh.
Actually, that's kind of our fault. But where's Jorus?
How is it your fault that the city is blowing up?
There was
Poo.
Riemann fire and ice.
So the Riemann fire got in contact with the ice, and the ice burst into flames and expanded. The ice expanded.
Yeah.
Because of the fire. Because of the Riemann fire.
And there was a burning guy who tried to get into the river, and we stopped him, but he exploded, and all hell broke loose.
Yeah.
And the bridge is gone.
Where's Jorus? Because he needs one of these bones too.
Wasn't he supposed to be coming here?
That's right. So he's downstairs. Let's go get him.
I'm pretty sure Jorus, if he's still down there, that's not a good thing.
No, but I just came from there. If I made it out of there, I'm sure he could too.
Maybe he already made it out.
Several people are passing you guys as they come out.
Going inside the cloak.
Meanwhile, he has this in his pocket. You have yours inside his cloak. He's just like,
It's like barbells.
I mean, apparently I came out, you guys went in. There's a lot of in and out without people seeing where people went or how they got in and out. So
Jorus must have done the same thing. We must have just missed him.
Yeah.
At this point, as you are all just completely confused about what you're going to do, we are out of time. So we are going to break for the week, and we will pick this up next time on Bone Throwers Theater. Thank you for listening to Bone Throwers Theater. Our cast is Aaron, Jeff, Jeremy, Johnny, and Jordan. We are releasing this podcast under a Creative Commons Attribution, Non-Commercial, No Derivatives 3.0 Unported license. That means that you can share the podcast, but please do not modify it or try to gain financially from it. If you would like to visit our website, you can do so at bonethrowerstheater.com. If you would like to send us an email, you can do so at bonethrowerstheater@gmail.com. Our Twitter handle is @bonethrowerstheater, and also you can look us up on Facebook and Google+. And until next time, may the bones fall ever in your favor. This has been a Nerd Circle podcast production.